Hello, my name is Lucas. This is Bit of Lit. It's been a while since I've made a video. I've been meaning to. I still have to review Blood Meridian, which is the last, not the last book actually. I've finished 2 other books this month and I haven't talked about, but I've got to review those 3 books, I guess. One of them I might do in July, but I will finish Blood Meridian in the next couple days. I mean, I finished it, but I'll make the video in a couple days. Yeah, I've been extremely busy. The end of term. Now I've got to prepare for some summer classes. I've got the next couple days and then the weekend and then summer classes begin, which is hectic. We should have had more time, but because of lockdown and some other stuff, forcing things to get pushed, yeah, it's been tricky. But I'm really excited for the summer classes and for, more importantly, for the video project that I've been tasked to start up with a coworker of mine, basically to catch more eyes for summer classes, or not for summer classes, but for any potential parent and their child who could be a student, that kind of thing. What we were told is to make some videos that encourage kids to read, help them understand some books, and help them to read the book as well. And then try to make it unique so that it stands out in some way compared to, some of the other stuff that's free that anybody else could watch on Bilibili, because these are gonna go on, Bilibili is like Chinese YouTube. She wants these to stick out. There's already some sort of digital infrastructure to, for us to hand this stuff out. So views will be there, but they, are hoping like the algorithm will catch on for Bilibili and bring more eyes and yada yada yada. It's like a business marketing kind of thing, but it's a really cool idea. That's all we were told. Actually, I don't know if it's going to go on Bilibili, but it might go on something else. But the point is to catch eyes and hopefully get more students and that kind of thing. So I had the idea, wait a second, I used to watch a show just like this as a kid. I wanted to be like Reading Rainbow. If you're an American, you know exactly what Reading Rainbow is, hopefully. Even if you didn't watch it because maybe you were too old or something, absolutely an amazing show. And I will never forgive the Bush presidency for No Child Left Behind, bringing down the funding, which ended up forcing Reading Rainbow to be canceled. Bush Jr., that is. And anyway, in case you don't remember, each episode is about one book. Some actor will narrate the book and pictures of the book will be shown, and that's in the middle. But the rest of the episode is in a setting related to the book, and then there's sort of a story, kind of. Not every episode has a story per se, but for example, the episode that I showed my boss and my coworker was one about how to bake an apple pie and see the world. How to bake an apple pie and see the world. And it's about a little girl who wants to bake an apple pie, but she doesn't have sugar or butter or apples or flour or anything like that, so she has to go around the world to get the ingredients. The setting that LeVar Burton, the host, is in a kitchen, and he learns to bake a lasagna, and he talks to the guest about his reading experience and why he's doing what while cooking, and what he's looking for and how to do things in an efficient way, like blanching tomatoes and stuff like that. So there's an educational component to this as well, learning how to cook. But that's the setup. The payoff is at the end, where he's made an apple pie by himself, which is another section. And then there's also a part where he's made the lasagna thing that they're making together, and they eat it, and that's the story. Simple, effective, keeps your attention. You want to see what happens at the end. And then I think there's another part about nutrition. And then by the very end, LeVar Burton will give some final thoughts and talk about some other books that are great, but you don't have to take my word for it. And then he will, have kids recommend some great books. In this episode, they recommend books about nutrition that are made for kids and some other books like that. But, if it's a book about space, for example, there's one where LeVar Burton goes to a space observatory, and then the books that the kids at the end of the episode recommend are related to aliens or space exploration and that kind of thing. Amazing show. Anyway, we can't really do that, but my thought was we can take the idea of having setup and payoff in it and have this reading thing in the middle, and we'll have some discussion questions instead of doing, talking to some expert like the space scientist or the chef, or wherever they are, whoever they would talk, LeVar Burton would talk to. We can have it be a kind of story, and our story can be related to the book we're reading. And we're reading first Frog and Toad All Year, which I have somewhere. I forgot to pick it up for the video, but it's very loud in here. I don't know where I put it, but it's around. Frog and Toad All Year. Found it. Frog and Toad All Year. Great book. Great series, to be honest. Arnold Lobel. I hope I said his name right. Amazing author. And Frog and Toad All Year is our favorite, mine and my partner's. We really love this book, so we wanted to do it first. Now, to make it really stand out, right? A lot of the stuff that's free on Bilibili is just the reading of Frog and Toad. At different reading speeds. Some people read it really fast. Some people read it really slow. But my thought was, okay, we can have a little story centered around the idea of friendship. Okay, because this is all about friendship through the year. I love this book so much. It's so cute. But to really make it pop, okay, is to make it science fiction. And we're going to include some we're going to take inspiration from Star Trek, which I love, and my coworkers know I love, because I made a lot of PowerPoints for to help for myself, for my classes, and to help for my coworkers, and all of those had Star Trek characters in them, and they bought me a shirt. It's not official Star Trek, but it says "See you soon." It's got the Enterprise on it. I got that from them for being at this job for 2 years, which I really greatly appreciate. And then I also got this amazing encyclopedic book about Star Trek, updated last year, 2021. I really love it. I really appreciate it. It really makes me feel valued, It was a little bit awkward though, because one of my coworkers has also been there the same amount of time as me, and he got the gift you give to someone when you don't know what to give them, which is a candle, which is great. Candles are amazing, but maybe the candle scent, or maybe candles have a different meaning in Chinese. Maybe the scent has a special meaning too. We don't really know, but I really love the shirt and the book, and it makes me really happy. But it did make me feel a little uncomfortable that I got like a special gift, and this other guy who's been here almost as long as me, maybe a month less than me, but he got a little awkward. But we're going to take inspiration from Star Trek, and what we're going to do, instead of exploring the galaxy and meeting new species, we're going to explore the library and meet new books. And I'm going to be a researcher, an alien life form, humanoid, Class M planet style humanoid that comes from another planet, but has come to Earth to study humanity and understand them better. But because I'm still learning the language, I've got to read these easy books to try to understand how people communicate through fiction, these complex feelings of friendship, compassion, and humor and all that kind of stuff. So that is the project that we've been doing. That's what I've been really focused on. And I was showing my students those things that I uploaded the last 2 weeks. The space, the planet that spins around, and the lights pop up, and there's a spaceship there. Yeah, I was showing them that, and they really thought that was really cool. And I showed them the one where I transport in and out, similar to Star Trek, and they also thought that that was really, really cool. Some of them didn't really have anything to say. I'd say about half of them thought, oh, that's really cool. And then, another, I don't know, quarter, let's say a quarter of them don't really have anything to say. Maybe they weren't paying attention because it's online and they weren't always paying attention anyway. And then half of them were, pretty enthused and thought that was really cool. And then a quarter of them were like, I want to know more about this video project, and I want to see more of this. And what books are you going to do? Are you going to do harder books that that I would be reading? Because all my students this term are much older. So they are well beyond reading Frog and Toad. But it was really validating because I've only, these things that I've said were my ideas. And, conceptually, I'm sort of the creative mind behind it, and my partner is more of the organized mind. Don't get me wrong, he's, all of my ideas have gone through him and been refined and made better. And we've also used some of his ideas, but conceptually, the concepts were my ideas, and the inspirations were my ideas. Also a little inspiration for Doctor Who for my character, just to get season 9, just to get going really, really fast and to the point. Christopher Eccleston, amazing doctor. Anyway, yeah, it was really validating for me to see that all my students, most of my students at least, had some interest. Some of them were really passionate, wanted to see more, and wanted some for their own level. And yeah, that made me feel really good and really happy. Like, I knew it, and I get to make Star Trek related, Star Trek inspired content over the summer and in the fall and stuff like that. I'm so happy about that. Anyway, final thoughts. I don't know. Live long and prosper.